I think one of the points you hit was that we're performers, right? So we're kind of like living for validation, let's say. What do you think is the first step to step outside of that? Because some people live in that box or that mindset of I need validation, I need this, I need that, and never really discover their inward selves or how to heal, right? Because a lot of it is actually just, I think when you're living in this like I need to be validated state of mind, you have inner healing to do. And so what do you think is the first step to kind of step away from that or to start your healing journey?
It's a great question. What came through to me as you were saying that was a lot around, right, our ego. And that word can mean so many things. But ultimately, to me, that's just the most human version of ourselves. And I think not even seeing, oh, I need validation as a negative thing. I think we talk about this a lot, and I talk about this a lot with a lot of my clients is this idea that we innately see things as like good or bad. And so immediately, if you're like, I need validation from someone else, and that's a bad thing, you're shaming yourself for it, and ultimately will never heal past that. But if you're just recognizing through the healing journey, I can only speak through my experience as well through these modalities of meditation and yoga were the first things that helped me realize I am not this person in my body, Sydney, this person. Like, we're all ultimately playing a role, period. So if you can just fully accept that and know, yeah, maybe the human version of me wants validation. What's that giving me? What's that sensation? Is it recognition? Is it admiration? And ultimately, how then can I give that to myself? So a lot of that looked like I a super goal oriented person. I'm a Capricorn, I'm type A, I'm like manifesting generator human design. And what I did a lot in the beginning was I have a to-do list. So at the end of every day, I would literally write down like 3 things I accomplished.
Mm.
So I could go back and then I look at, oh my God, look at all the stuff you did. Because ultimately, instead of being like, I hate that I'm like this, why do I need validation? Why do I need to measure my success? How do you just meet your own need? Like, it's okay. You can be like that forever. You
Yeah.
can literally need validation and not want to change that because that's who you are. It was part of the gifts that you were given. What if you saw it as a gift rather than something that needs to be fixed? And helping yourself just meet your own needs so you're ultimately not seeking external validation, because whether that's in trying to date people to heal you, trying to like overeat to heal you, overwork out, I think a lot of that is fulfilling an emptiness that we might not even be able to put a label on. But
Yeah.
through consistency and the practices, it just, yeah, you don't even have to like do anything. I always tell people, I'm like, it's literally just by sitting in meditation you just receive this wisdom, this information that allows you not to be so stuck in the ultimately like very human world and human emotion.
Yeah. I'm the person that's like, I need all the books. I need the podcast. I
Yes.
need this. I need that. Because I'm trying to rewire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what do you suggest, whether it's movement, a podcast, a reading, even a meditation practitioner? And of course, besides using you for your services, what else do you recommend is like a go-to must read, must have, must hear? Or yeah.
Yes, my go-to books that changed my life for sure. One is The Artist's Way.
Oh, I love that.
It's a 10-week or 12-week, I forget, course, but it's through a book. And that I actually ended up doing in 2020 over COVID when nothing was happening, the world was shut down, and it fully transcended my healing journey to different bounds of just being with yourself, the artist states, one-on-one work. And there's so much insight in that book, whether you're creating anything, entrepreneur, 9 to 5 worker, like you will re-find yourself through this book and through this way. Because I truly believe we're all artists in some shape, way, or form because we're creating something by existing. And then the other book I love is called 101 Ways to Change the Way You Think, talking about rewiring, I believe her
I'm
name is.
obsessed with her. I'm going to go see her in
Yeah.
Joshua Tree in 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm like,
Yes.
give me the dates because I literally read everything she puts out.
Oh, I'm the first one like on the pre-sale. Like, yeah, I'm obsessed with her. I love her.
Oh, so cool. We'll definitely talk about that because that book completely changed my life as well. It's all about, I'm huge on mindset shifts, and sometimes all you need is, even if you've heard one piece of advice and someone says it a tiny bit differently, it's that moment where you're like, oh, I can just have this new belief now. And I try to tell people a lot, it gets to be simple. Like if you just want to believe something else rather than thinking, oh, I need to sit for a whole 40 days in meditation to be able to rewire my brain. Yes, and you also could just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to choose to believe this differently. And it sounds super simple and it's not easy because you constantly have to get in between your own thoughts and the action. And I would say, like, non-negotiable practice for me has been meditation. And my meditation practice changes all the time. Right now, I'm doing a lot of mantra chanting. So you choose one word or a phrase and you have beads and you say it 108 times. And it just, to me, tethers or anchors my conscious mind to something so that my subconscious can start to reprogram itself just through the intention I set, which can change every day. Sometimes I pick an intention for the month. I have a newsletter that I launch every month on the 6th, and I work with the intention that I talk about. So I'll either work with it the month before so I can kind of speak on, hey, here's how this worked for me, or I love to do it in real time with my audience because we're all just figuring it out together. And like I always tell people in my class, I'm like, I don't know anything more than you. I'm just also figuring it out. And through us doing this practice together, we get to figure it out more. So I would say those books, podcasts, Andrew Huberman, they're super long, but I always am driving in the car. So I'll like listen to one just throughout the week, randomly keep playing it. I love science. I love being able to explain. Something I always say is science explains things that already exist.
Yeah.
So when I work with people on the more spiritual woo-woo side, who do just, believe because they feel it, it's an experience, it's a felt sense of, I don't need you to explain the science behind breath work because when I do it, I can tell you what's happening to me. And ultimately, I don't necessarily care what the science is because I feel good. But as a logical person coming from a background of just, I always loved school, I always loved research, I love Huberman because I'm able to then explain the things I know already exist through science. And the Good Life Project is another good one. Yeah.
I love that. What about movement? So, energy being stuck in your body. And so a lot of people go towards yoga, now a lot of Pilates, obviously. Uh, and then there's like somatic dancing that I've like recently discovered. What do you suggest? I think you were somatic dancing last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So somatic dance is an interesting term. Somatic genuinely just means the body. So I think each facilitator does it differently. The one I was at last night, her name's Alana Gambriel. She's amazing. It's called Dance Box. What she does is actually kind of stray away from more of the ecstatic somatic dance and brings it back to choreo. Because just like me, she had a background in professional dance. We moved to LA. We've done the auditions. We used to take class. And knowing that choreography, giving people a set container, that's also something I teach in my cardio dance class, is like when you have this repetition, it creates confidence in the body and you kind of can get into flow state. And I posted this last night. You probably saw it in the thing. I've been all around the world. I've traveled to Thailand and Bali and Costa Rica and just all the places that all the yoga people go, and have tried almost every healing modality genuinely in the world because I love it. Like, not that I even have anything to like, they're like, what are you healing from? I'm like, being a human. Being a human is extreme. Like, literally living a life is emotionally abusive. So we all just
I agree.
continuously, we all just can continuously heal ultimately. But every time I come back to dance, I am just reminded of the freedom it brings into the body. And so I personally think dance is one of the most powerful things, whether you're going to ecstatic dance, whether you want to go out to the club with your girlfriends and just like shake your ass on the dance floor, that all can be healing. And yoga, these are all the things I practice, but what I've even felt, I've been in a mega former class, rewiring my brain of, oh, why am I showing up this way? Am I pushing myself past my edge? And where else am I doing that in my life? Or am I trying to perform? So I am a believer in, it doesn't matter what movement you're doing. We all should have some movement practice. The key behind it being able to rewire your brain, get energy out of your body, get it unstuck, is just the intention you set. So you can go on a run and be like, I want to run right now to release the cords that I have attached to someone in my family that might not feel good.
So it's
And
the
because
intention.
yes, it's your intention, and it's how are you moving with intention. I teach so many modalities. I've taught sculpt, I've taught dance, I teach yoga, I do like so many random things, but what I know works is just prompting people in a way that makes you think about how is this movement practice mirroring your life,
Mm.
and you getting curious about that yourself, because ultimately the teacher, the facilitator, it matters. It's how they empower you, right? Last night, like giving people the permission to feel safe, to let go. But you're the person doing the movement, and you're the only person who knows what you're going through. So how do you use it in a way that is going to transform your life your way? And one-on-one work is important for that, because you can get really clear with the facilitator. It's not always that you can walk into a yoga class with 30 people and, you know, share what you're going through and ask how this can help me. But if you're working one-on-one, you can be in a down dog and the teacher really like, okay, let's breathe the breath up your legs and out your crown, and let's release these thoughts. And it's not magic, it's just a mindset. Is kind of how it works. Yeah.